System deltas at 100%. Secondary deltas standing by.
Superstructure integrity green. Hull plating stable.
Hold up, Knight. Let me make one thing clear. As a member of the Brotherhood, you serve under my command. If you want my respect, you will have to earn it. When I give you a mission, I expect results. Is that clear?
I have orders from Elder Maxon, Captain.
And those are your top priority. But you take orders from me as well. I want you to take charge of a recovery operation. The Brotherhood has been monitoring the Commonwealth for some time now, ever since we learned of the synth threat. We've dispatched a number of reconnaissance teams. Paladin Dance's squad was far from the first. The previous team was dispatched 3 years ago. They never reported back. Officially, they're missing. Presumed dead.
Was there a rescue mission?
Of course not. We don't have the resources or the manpower to conduct a search like that. Recon teams in the field have to rely on their skills and training to survive. They know the risks. But we honor those who give their lives in the line of duty. Your orders are to search for the missing recon team and recover their effects. Report to me with your results. Is that understood?
It's been 3 years. They could be anywhere by now.
Their insertion point was in the hills near Malden. Survey the area and establish a search pattern. Monitor your radio for distress signals. All recon teams are issued distress pulsars that put out a short-range homing beacon. Acquire a signal, and you should be able to trace it back to its source. That's all, Knight. Dismissed.
Battles we win, there's always another fight ahead of us.
Watch your back. The Institute could be right behind you.
Hey, Nat.
You can't stop the press.
Latest hairstyles from the upper stand.
You see that big blimp? It's the Brotherhood of...
ain't got nothing better to do?
New guy, am I right?
Yeah, I'm the new guy.
Well, it's good to have you here. Name's Arturo Rodriguez. If you need protection, let's talk.
Maybe later.
Hey, no rush.
Arturo.
We can talk about guns, or maybe you want to consider something more up close and personal.
Sure, let's take a look.
Self-defense at its best.
So thirsty. Doctor says I can't drink liquor no more. Cola. Need a Nuka-Cola.
We got small arms,
Sheffield.
long arms,
Cola.
ammunition.
Nuka-Cola.
Mayor and his damn speeches. We give thanks to the wall.
Hey, I'd rather be on this side.
Who wants to look at
Patient.
hairstyle?
A new file for you open. Do you have a legitimate medical concern? Or is this about a facial reconstructive services?
Facial reconstruction? What's that?
It's Doc Crocker's specialty. If you're interested, talk to him about it. Just head through the door with our logo on it. Now, if you have an actual medical problem, speak up.
So what kind of treatments are common around here?
Bandaging wounds and cleaning radiation exposure are the most common things you outsiders usually ask for. That and kicking a chem habit.
Gonna pass.
All right, excuse me.
Chem Eye Care cares about you. All your medicinal needs. You look like you need a prescription filled. Something to settle your nerves, let you chill.
Looking for a job, if you got one.
Yeah, I got something. Looking for a mutated fern if you find any. I hear some grows out near Forest Grove Marsh. Natural radiation sucker. Be great for cooking rat X or rat away.
Sweeten the deal with some money, and I might be interested.
All right. How about 125 caps?
Come on, make it worth my while, Solomon.
You are one righteous talker. 150 caps.
Mutated fern. Sounds good.
Cool.
Solomon.
Prescription's filled right here. Anything you need.
Let's see what you got.
Check it out.
Diamond City right here.
Who needs a haircut? Everyone needs a haircut.
Do yourself a favor and just say yes.
Tell me
It's
a
all
joke.
he understands.
What are you saying? No.
Around here, we call your haircut the Scav Special. Little flecks of blood, give it the personal touch. You should think about getting a trim.
What are my options?
You name it. Shaves, long cuts, short cuts, braids, layering. Be easier just to show you. Got an empty chair right here.
Not interested.
Did I come on too strong?
That is some armor.
Hello. Have you been here before?
What's it matter?
Because Fallon's isn't a charity. The clothes are for sale if you have the money. No lifting, all right?
People are stealing these clothes? Seriously?
Yes, they are. So don't push it. Now that we understand each other, welcome to Fallon's. Happy to show you everything in stock.
Fallon's Basement. Interesting name.
Yeah, it's ancient. There was a Fallon's here back even before the war. Granddad always said we had a tradition of quality and affordability. Guess affordability got too expensive for some folks. Damn thieves. And it ain't like Diamond City security helps.
Why doesn't Diamond City Security help you?
Phew. My husband got taken, all right? By the Institute. Security wouldn't look into it. I raised a stink, and now I'm blacklisted.
Your husband was taken by the Institute?
Well, he ain't here anymore, that's for sure. Not like the Institute leaves a trail besides those damn synths.
What's a synth?
You're joking, right? A synth. Those machine people the Institute builds. Some of them even look human. Enough you wouldn't know the difference. Lucky me, huh? The Institute takes my Charlie and doesn't even bother replacing him.
Let me think it over.
Whatever.
Miss?
Plenty of clothing on the racks, if you're paying.
I'll take a look, sure.
A paying customer. Finally.
You need a genuine, authentic, custom-made hickory swatter.
What's a swatter?
Rookie, eh? A swatter, my friend, is a Diamond City tradition. See, it used to be that this whole place was a stadium, and two teams would meet and play a game called baseball. One team would beat the other team to death with these things called baseball bats, and the best bats were called swatters. True fact.
Oh, really? What kind of teams were there?
There was the Diamond City Demolishers, big brutes of guys, played in full power armor with special pneumatic arms, for swinging. Then you had the Lexington Ladies, an all-female team with Coach Bloody Mary Sue at the helm, highest kill count in the league. I could spend all day talking about the Concord Crushers or the Quincy Killmeisters, but you get the idea. It was a hell of a sport.
Sounds like fun.
You bet your socks it was. Now, how about you pick up a little memento in the form of a genuine swatter?
Got any work?
Well, if you want to help the sport, I got a lead on a stash of pre-war collector's items. Coach, quitting is for punks Westing, had an estate not too far from here. Legend says when he retired, the league presented him with a baseball, catcher's mitt, and playing card signed by all the other coaches. See where I'm going with this? I'll pay 100 caps each for those relics. What do you say?
100 caps seems light. I need more.
I like your moxie. We'll make it 125 caps apiece. How's that sound?
Please. You own a whole store. You can do better.
Look at that fire in your eyes. All right. 150 caps for each piece. And you better be worth it. Deal?
A card, a mitt, and a ball. Got it.
I thank you. And baseball thanks you.
So thirsty. Nuka-Cola.
Here you go.
Ah, thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Sheffield. What do you think about coming to work for me?
Really? You mean it?
What do you say?
Okay. Maybe this'll be a fresh start.
Diamond City Surplus. Everything you need.
Don't be caught dead.
Hey there.
Protection
You?
from Commonwealth
I don't know you.
weaponry.
Just keep your distance.
One Statue of David impression coming up.
Good. Good. Now, just to answer me one simple question. Are you human? Because I will not serve a synth.
Human as the day I was born.
Well, you do look human enough. But I'll be watching you. I have eyes like a... Well, they're good eyes. Got it? All right. We can do business, but no funny stuff.
What kind of business you running here anyway?
We buy and sell anything and everything. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. The robot takes care of customers at night. Only one I trust to do it. At least I know he's a machine.
I don't need anything.
Probably a synth anyway.
Prescriptions filled. High quality chems right here.
Super Salon can give you the hairstyle of your dreams.
Buy a swatter, the game changer.
the Earl Sterling case. Apparently Earl just up and disappeared one day. No one's seen him since. The Marty Bullfinch case. Marty was Nick's partner. Emphasis on the was. He must have been some kind of desperate to come to us for help after all this time.
Ellie?
You know, I always got the sense Earl was interested in me. Figures he'd be the one to run off.
Shan, what have I told you about keeping the lake clean? Don't make me shut down this little stand of yours.
Every drop of water that comes out of that filter is 100% pure. Why is a legitimate businessman like myself always gotta be hassled by city regulation, huh?
It's a health hazard, Shang.
It's a profit hazard is what I say. I manage the water, and I'll do it without your interference, thank you very much.
I hear there's a bar in the old theater district that's for raiders only.
Things to do,
A combat zone. I'd stay clear if I was you.
Don't touch the paint.
What? Why?
This is the wall. The great green guardian that keeps out the bad guys. No one's broken through the wall. Never. Least we can do for her in return is keep her looking pristine. Thinking you need a little education. Maybe a bit of community service. What do you say?
What do you need done?
You see this paint I'm using? Only one place left in the whole Commonwealth you can get it. Hardware Town. Ruin store close by to the west. Bring back a can of paint and it'll be 100 caps in your pocket. How does that sound?
Only if you throw in some more money.
Fine. Pay you 125 caps.
I think you can do better than that.
Driving a hard bargain, huh? 150 caps.
Actually, I already have some paint right here.
Well, ain't that the end-all, be-all? Why don't you go ahead and put a little of that paint on the wall? See what I got to work with.
Working hard?
Yellow? You know what you're doing there? The wall ain't yellow.
I think it'll look good.
Well, let's hope so. I guess it's better than her going into disrepair, but... Damn. That's over 200 years of tradition we're moving away from. Here's your payment. Now get going. I got work to do.
Hey, you're that vault dweller from the paper.
time for a pop quiz, everyone.
Aww. Mr. Sawicki, we had a pop quiz yesterday.
And we've learned a lot since then, so we're going to reinforce that knowledge with a little quiz.
I take night class.
But I'm tired. I'm detecting a high degree of fatigue in all our little scholars. Perhaps the quiz can wait?
All right, you guys win. We'll do the quiz later.
Yes! Do you know that radiation is why Brahmin have two heads? It's true.
Ah, a new scholar come to join us. Let's test your math skills. What is 12 times 15?
Is it 180?
That's right. I see your parents raise you with a respect for your education. Family. It is important, yes? This thing called love, I hear the children talk about. I think they need that to learn.
I think they just need to know the world isn't gonna collapse around them at any minute.
Yes. I suppose you can't raise a child if the sky is falling. I have one more question before you leave. It's not another quiz. I don't get to talk to many adults. This love I hear about, do you think you can have it for someone, even if the two of you are very, very different?
If you love someone, hold on to them. Tomorrow you might not have the chance.
Thank you. You have helped me make up my mind about something.
Miss Reach,
water out in the
math
Commonwealth?
scores
You'll
this
get
year
sick.
have been
That's what
excellent.
my friend Sheng
You
told me.
really should consider joining the Science Center when you're older.
I don't know. I'd rather be a security officer. That way I can hit people who deserve it.
Your parents would come here too.
Well, I suppose enthusiasm is a good trait to have for security, but I really want you to keep the Science Center in mind. You can have just as much fun discovering the laws of the universe as you.
I got word of a settlement that needs our help. I'll mark it on your map. We'll find out what they need. We can use more settlements supporting our cause.
Hey.
Got that jet we talked about, kid?
Here. One hit of jet.
You did good. Now, let me ride the high to where the site wants to take me. You're walking into a sea, but it's not water you're afraid of drowning in. It's something invisible, but radiant. It burns everything in it. But no, I can feel them. There's people calling out to something, chanting. They can show you the way, but they're so hard to read. Be careful around them, kid. Phew. Wow. That took more out of me than usual. I'm gonna need to rest now, kid.
The place is really coming together, huh? Can't take all the credit.
to hit the road?
Let's head out.
Well, all right.
one that made the wall look like a lemonade stand.
Can't believe you eat that food. Only one thing worth buying in a dugout inn, and that's the booze. Man's gotta eat. What can I say? Real Diamond City boy eats it.
No one knew Earl better than these folks.
Just a minute, Yeti. I am in middle of story. So then, I am crossing river, right? Wearing nothing but a smile. When out comes the most dangerous of all sea monsters, a Meyerlurk.
A Meyerlurk? Come on. That's like 2 out of 10 points of danger tops. Now, if you want to talk something really deadly.
Redeem!
You there.
I forgot you were there.
We need to have a conversation.
What is it?
You know what? Never mind. I'll handle it myself.
Been a long time. How you holding up?
Nick?
Hey.
See this bar? I killed
Earl Sterling used to work here, right?
Poor Earl. Gone just like that. Such a good bartender. Good friend. Oh, terrible with women, mind you. Bull in china shop with them. You with Valentine's detective agency? I forgot to drop off Earl's key when I hired you people. Here, I hope you find out what happened. Security does nothing but yell at me for asking about it. I got a bar to run. Let me know if you want something.
Not right now.
Ah, come on.
Oh, a customer. Need a room?
Did you know Earl Sterling?
One of my brother's old friends. Oh boy. The way those two would go on about girls, you'd think Vadim is loud now. Earl was a horrible womanizer, and I warned him more than once to leave the staff and customers alone. But my brother always stood up for him. Honestly, kinda glad he's gone. Wouldn't shut up about the new face he was going to get at the mega surgery center. Vain till the end. Anyway, did you want a room?
Not today.
Have a good day.
Hey there.
You keep that synth freak at arm's length. You understand me?
Good to see returning customers. Most die. You let me know if you need a drink.
God, even the sky isn't safe. Did you see that blimp thing? The Brotherhood of Steel? Who are they?
Hey there.
Hey, what's your story? Mercenary? Caravan guard?
You first. What's your name?
Hawthorne. And you are definitely from out of town. I know every settlement from both sides of the Charles River, and I've never seen you. Anyway, I'm just kicking back and sharing stories while I'm between things. I've been all over, seen vaults, pre-war ruins, and plenty of monsters.
You've been to a vault?
Yeah. Ever heard of Vault 81? They're standoffish, but every once in a while, they'll let new people in.
Let's hear your best monster story.
I'm from Diamond City. You want to talk something really scary? It's the Institute and their synths. Don't go to University Point. Trust me. You don't want to know what they're capable of.
So you explore old ruins?
Last place I was going to check out was Salem. Real old town far to the north. Never made it, though. Got a bad feeling about that area.
See you around, Hawthorne.
Later.
Hi.
You'll find I'm very persistent.
Look at you. You're still a human being under all that armor?
Start in here. Why don't you check out the living room? Must be some hint where that boy ran off to.
You know, for all the talk, I'd put the chances of this being an Institute snatch job somewhere between 0 and none. Just think about it. Earl Sterling, local assistant bartender? Why not nab the bartender himself? Lord knows Vadim samples his own wares enough that some weird behavior wouldn't make anyone bat an eyelash. Nothing over here. And Earl had lousy people skills. Might score the Institute some points in the last person you'd ever suspect category. Why not snatch someone with charm? Someone who could get you what you want. Earl could barely get you a drink by closing on a busy night. So where's that leave us? No known enemies. Wasn't much for the great outdoors, so likely not raiders or mutants. No, this all screams accident. Now, what was Earl into that might have gotten him in this kind of trouble? Hello. Hey, come here. I think I found something. Well, you got my attention. A receipt from the Mega Surgery Center, huh? I wonder what the good doctors have to say about that.
Hanging out with Valentine. Good for you.
Doctor?
This better be an emergency.
Do you know anything about this receipt?
Let me see. This is Dr. Crocker's deplorable handwriting, all right. Looks like Earl Sterling was one of his patients. The procedure noted here is mundane. Low-risk cosmetic work. Dr. Crocker never performed it, however. Said Earl vanished before he paid. Anyway, we should get back to your immediate medical requirements.
Where is Doc Crocker?
Last time I saw him, he had to get something out of the surgery cellar. Probably just had to wash some needles or move some storage around. Now, I must insist we talk about your medical needs.
I need to get into the cellar, Doctor.
What does this look like? A public outhouse? You know what? Don't answer. Why on earth would I let you down there?
I'm investigating a missing person, Doctor. And I think the trail leads to your basement.
A missing person? You're talking about Earl, aren't you? You can't honestly think... You know what? Fine. If it'll put the matter to rest. Here, go see for yourself. But if I find one instrument out of place, you'll be getting the bill.
Where'd all this blood come from? It goes right into the basement.
Oh, Earl. You've really been a handful, you know. But I think we're just about done. Our little mistake is finally going to be corrected. Oh, naughty, naughty. You're not supposed to be down here, but that's okay. I can fix that. I can fix anything.
Yeah, you fixed things, all right. Fixed yourself some time in the Diamond City jail cell.
Jail cell? You don't get it, do you? Doc Crocker isn't going to jail. He's going to go back to his surgery, where people love him. And they love him because Doc Crocker never loses patience. He just makes people happy.
You've killed a man, Doctor. You're going to pay for it. Put the gun down and come with me.
Now, let's not do anything rash.
I did it, didn't I? I killed a man. Oh. Oh, God. There's so much blood. So much blood all over me. I can fix anything.
Not doing.
What's going on?
Let me ask you something.
Is that Dr. Crocker?
Sure, ask away.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Doesn't really matter. I'm here now. I've just got to deal with that.
Good attitude to have. Not the way I felt. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. And folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
You're not a spy, right? Testing, hello, Institute, can you hear me?
Hell if I know. If I am, the Institute's plan to gather intel on all the runaways of the Commonwealth has been going off without a hitch.
You took down 4 guys by yourself?
I didn't have to. Back then, synths were even more of an unknown quantity than they are today. I told them I was rigged to explode and started going beep, beep, beep. Hardest part of that rescue was keeping from laughing as they climbed over each other to get away.
Was it hard settling in?
Well, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the synth, but it was Nick the detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
I think you owe me an explanation. What happened here?
Take a look around for yourself. You'll figure it out.
That's Earl Sterling's body, isn't it? Somewhere in the back of my mind, I knew he had gone through with the surgery. So, Earl didn't just vanish. The procedure went badly, and Dr. Crocker was just trying to cover it up.
You didn't know. It's not your fault.
Of course it's not my fault. That moron and his damn appearance over practice mentality. Now 2 lives have been lost. It's disgraceful. I better report all this to security. Get out of here. It's going to take a long time to clean this place of biohazards.
luck, it'll be a closed casket funeral.
Can't blame ourselves. That man decided to die. I guess we ought to give her the news.